hairs through the top. Okay, so here would be 90 degree. Here would be 45 degree beyond perpendicular for an on base curl. Here's a half base curl, and here's an off base. Okay, so we're going to be taking it 45 degree below perpendicular. So we're going to comb that hair again, nice and smooth. And I think I will, just for the sake of showing you, those of you that may be struggling with ribboning those ends together, I'm going to show you how to use that paper one more time. So I'm going to come in here and I'm going to bookend that. And then I'm going to fold it one more time just to get that nice and narrow. And I'm just going to wrap that paper around itself inside that circle. And look at there. Look how nice and clean that comes down. Right behind its base. Nice and clean. Next section. I always like to find 90 first and then direct it away. Okay, but make sure to comb it that direction so that the hair doesn't buckle. I'm going to ribbon that end, wrap it around itself, and I'm going to bring that curl down. It's going to sit again off of its base. And last one here in the first row, 45 degree below perpendicular. I'm getting a little bit of a buckle there. Perfect. Okay, see how those curls are still standing up, open here, but sitting directly off their base. This here has a full stem, has the most mobility. This curl gets to move away from its base. Okay, then I'm going to take my next rectangular section and I'm going to start furthest away from me and directing that 45 degree below. Now watch as this comes down. It's going to land on the base in front of it. Okay, that's why we needed to start in the back. I'm just using the tip of that pin curl clip. Entirely off base. Grab my little pin curl clip and clip it to the base in front of it. Oh, that end doesn't want to stay there. I'm going to give that one more try. Okay, don't get too frustrated. If it happens more than once, pull out that paper. That's what they're there for. Okay, nice and clean. Keep your comb or the teeth of your comb in the base that you're working with. Otherwise, you're going to disturb the curls you already have put in place. And we're going to clip that there. So there again, you can see, look at the mobility and the stand up that those curls have. Okay, you can see that nice and open, the mobility or full stem. Okay, continuing on, last row, 45 degree below perpendicular. Ribbon that end, bring that end in nice and clean. Wrapping it around itself. This one's going to sit right in between those bases there. .45 degree below. These curls are all moving in reverse, moving away from that hairline. We're going to talk a little bit more about forward and reverse curl. That's a little bit more difficult to determine when you're working with a flat curl. These are pretty easy and obvious that these are moving away from the face. But we'll talk more about that again when we get into those sculptured and maypole curls. And There we have it. So these are your off base. Look at how they travel away from their base. The curl does not live on top of them. Okay, I'm going to give you the view from behind here. You can see that they're all coming straight back here. I'm also going to give you a view from the front. Okay, looking at them from the front, you can see how those move away from their base. Okay, then I'm going to sneak back over here to my on base curl. Okay, see those on base curls? I'm just going to begin to pull out these clips. I let these dry so that we could see what these look like. So I'm just going to pull out these clips, pull out that paper. You can see how nice and springy they are here. Remember, those of you that have been through chemical procedures too, when we set this, we broke both the hydrogen and the salt bond in the hair. So you can see how nice and firm those curls are. We've reset them as they've dried. And I'm just going to pull us out a brush here. Okay, and starting at the bottom, I'm going to begin to just brush that curl out. Okay, so you can see one big curl there. I would do some back combing in there to create a little bit more. I could take those curls and I could create a ridge curl and create a pattern so that I have a wave of that all together. So I have lots of options now, but what I've created is the most amount of volume that a cascade or stand-up curl will do because we set them all on base. Then I would get into doing some back combing and placing that hair so it's nice and smooth. Okay, but it's nice and firm and crisp because it was wet styling and we've created a lot of motion in the hair. So we have a lot of options. So nice foundation for those up styles and more glamorous styles, or maybe if you're working with elderly clientele, working in a nursing home, assisted living, or working with assisted living residents, or maybe just grandma. It's nice because it's nice and firm. For those people that are only setting their hair maybe once or twice a week, it holds a really nice strong curl. All right, those are your Cascade curls.